Hello students, last lecture we have seen what is the concepts of business continuity and what are the basic terminologies which is used for business continuity. Now we will start with the next point, that is business continuity planning life cycle. So as we know that continuous access to the information must be required for smooth functioning of the business, but there are number of threats like natural disaster, unplanned occurrences of disasters or some planned occurrences may result in inaccessibility to the information. So it is critical for the business to define the plan that help them to overcome this issue. So we need to do the business continuity planning process for that purpose. So, business continuity planning, we have to follow some discipline approach just like your software development life cycle process. So, organization today dedicate a specialized resources and develop and maintain the BC plans. So, from conceptualization to realization of the BC plan, life cycle of activities can be defined for business continuity process. So, this business continuity planning life cycle have the 5 stages. So first stage is establishing objective, second stage is analyzing, third stage is designing and development, fourth stage is implementation, and fifth stage is training, testing, assessing and maintaining. So we will start with one by one. First stage, that is establishing objective. So in case of your establishing objective, in software development lifecycle, you are already identify the number of requirements. The same way, here we are finding what are the different disaster possible in case of your business. So that is nothing but you are determining the business continuity requirement. So once that business continuity requirement are decided, we have to estimate what will be the scope of that requirement and what will be the budget will be required to achieve that requirement. So if that disaster is occur, what will be the budget required to solve that requirement? Then likewise we have to define a different teams to solve. That means that team is nothing but the expert who are going to solve that disaster. So that team selection will be the part of your first stage. After the requirement finding, we have to go to the second stage, that is analysis. That means if you already identify what are the possible disaster, we need to check what are the other information required, that is collecting the information required to solve that disaster. What will be the business processes because of which that disaster may occur, what will be the infrastructure support will be required, what is the dependency of that disaster to other business processes. That all analysis is done in second step. Again, we need to identify what are the critical business needs. Suppose you are finding identified 5 disaster, out of that which one is critical. Suppose it may happen that 5 disaster is occur, out of that which disaster you are going to solve first. That is assigning the recovery priority. So you are to decide the priority for recovery procedure during the analysis. We have to do the risk analysis for critical areas, as well as we need to identify the mitigation strategies. We need to check the business impact analysis. So that business impact may be with respect to finance, with respect to operations, with respect to service which is provided by that businesses. So that business impact analysis will be done in case of your second stage. Again, we need to do the cost and benefit analysis during the second stage of your business continuity planning life cycle. Once this analysis task is done, we have to start with the third stage, that is designing and developing. So after analysis, we already done the analysis part, in which we already identify what are the different disasters are there. So to solve that disaster, we definitely require a different team. So that team structure is defined. Again, we have to assign the roles and responsibility to that team. That assignment will be done in case of your third stage. Again, we have to design the data protection strategy. We have to develop the infrastructure required for that data protection strategies. Again, we have to develop the contingency scenario. So here we are going to identify the what are the possible disaster may occur in future. So that will be developed. Next, we have to develop the emergency response procedure. So what procedures you are going to follow if there is an emergency. So that emergency plans are developed in third stage. Then we have to go for the recovery and restart procedure. Whatever the recovery and restart procedure you are going to follow, for whether you are going to work with the disk, whether you are going to work with the tape in case of your storage array for taking the backup, like that decision or like that procedure is developed in your third stage. Okay, once this development and designing task is completed, we will start with the fourth stage, that is implementation. So implementation of risk management as well as the mitigation procedures, for example backup and replication or management of resources is done. Next we have to start the disaster recovery sites. So it is like that, if we are working with the clustering, if one server is failed, another server we required, so that second server will be treated as a recovery site. So you have to prepare such a disaster recovery site if your disaster affect your primary data centers. Again, if there is a single point of failure we go in detail for next session, but in case of single point of failure, it may happen that your switches may fail. So or we can say whole network is failed. You may say that your storage array is failed. So in that case we require the alternative. So there is a redundancy is developed in your network. So that implementation of redundancy in data center will be the task of your fourth step of your BC plan. Once this implementation is completed, we will go with the fifth stage, that is training, testing, assessing and maintaining. In case of training, we have to train the employee who are going to take a backup or replication of your business critical data on regular basis, as well as we need to train the employee on emergency response procedure when disasters are declared. We need to train the employee, or we can say recovery team, for recovery procedure based on contingency plans which you have already developed in case of your third stage. Then after that we have to go for the performing damage assessment of the processes, as well as we need to develop the review of the recovery plans. So that is, we start with the testing procedure. So in case of testing, we have to test the plan regularly and evaluate its performance, and we have to identify the limitations of that plan. So that is nothing but we will go for the assessment step. We will assess the reports, as well as we go for identify the limitations, and according to that limitations we are going to update the BC plans, and recovery and restart procedure will be changed. So that changes in a BC plan again goes back to the first stage of your business continuity planning life cycle, and again the analysis will be done according to the upgradation of your BC plan. Again it may happen designing and developing procedures may change, implementation procedures do the updation, again we will go for the training and testing. So this process is continuous work to continue any business operation. So this is called as a business continuity planning life cycle. Thank you.